Now that you've tried your own hand on thinking about how you'd actually use informal logic or logical thinking, let's go through a few examples that he gives in the book of places where, from practical standpoint, logical thinking will come. First one, and should chime with some of the people who are studying criminal justice, a criminal trial, right? You have to answer the question, is the defendant guilty? Well, he gave an alibi. You have to figure out, what should you really decide about the alibi? Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? Let's say he calls it a domestic question, something all parents run into. Question, what's the best school for your kids, for our kids? We're not having kids, don't get the wrong idea, but ask it to yourself. What should they go to, a private school or to a public school? So in practical, everyday domestic affairs, you are. In science, there are puzzles that will be answered, or a logical thinking will at least help you answer how to choose between two equally supported yet opposite scientific theories. Shouldn't be surprising as philosophical issues that logical thinking is going to help. A major question in philosophy is, are mind and body the same thing, or are they different things? An ethical problem, remember ethics also a branch of philosophy. Is euthanasia, mercy killing, morally right, morally permissible? What about abortion? Is abortion morally permissible? In politics, logical thinking ought to help you there also, right? Who should you vote for in the general election? You decide, figure out what people are going to do, what they're going to do for you, and whether what they're going to do meets what you think needs to be done for the good of society. Now, it's a financial decisions. The one they have is, your broker calls to give you some investment advice. Should you invest in his new investment, in his new fund? But that's any financial decision. Should you buy this one or that one? Certainly, you want to be able to think through the alternatives. And finally, one that he cites, health matters. Given my medical records, is exercise good for me? Do I need more health insurance? Questions like that. So it looks like there are plenty of practical uses of logic. I think we've gotten a pretty good idea of what logical thinking is all about. And what is logic? What is logical thinking? And next week in class, we're going to turn to the question of really looking at arguments in some more detail and analyzing and evaluating arguments.